It is time now for the Peter Chell New News Report on this Friday afternoon, January 1st, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. I am News and Live at 12 noon on this New Year's Day of 2016. Here, top story at 12 noon. Here is in Honolulu, where President Obama will meet with Attorney General Loretta E. Lynch on Monday to finalize a set of executive actions with guns that he will unveil next week, according to civil individuals briefed on the matter. 2 people were killed and at least 4 others seriously injured Friday that shooting near a pub in Tel Aviv, Israel. Police spokesman Michael Roosevelt to CNN. Police in Germany said Friday a New Year's Eve terror alert that close to busy Munich train station was prompted by a threat of suicide attacks linked to ISIS. 5 fighters were working Friday to the Nazi embers on a fire that engulfed a 63-story luxury hotel in Dubai on New Year's Eve and injured 14 people. In his first message in 2016, Pope Francis summoned humanity to show compassion and to transcend the apathy and the peace in a world that has been filled of late with conflict and suffering. Texas is so gun-friendly that it's easy to get into the Capitol House with a firearm that went on one. Licensed gun-carrying lawmakers and members of the public have their own no-wait security line, and the unarmed masses have to stand in line. A suicide bombing rocked the Camel restaurant popular with foreigners on Friday, wounded at least 4 people, according to the BBC. New Delhi. Delhi government on Friday thanked the people of the city for making it successful in the implementation of an ambitious on-even scheme of the university, with Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said he was overwhelmed by the response of Seoul, South Korea. North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un said in his annual New Year's speech on Friday that he was willing to discuss reconciliation in South Korea, while warning that the North's military will keep working with develop more diverse. Athens, bitter cold, Biden wins and rough border cities have done little something seemingly endless for people fleeing war and poverty for what they hope will be a brighter, safer future in Europe. Istanbul, Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan lauded Adolf Hitler's reign over the Nazis in Germany as a historic example of leadership. Washington, Iran President Hassan Rouhani ordered Defense Ministry to expand the country's ballistic missile program after the United States threatened sanctions. Overflowed rivers recently in Missouri and Illinois Friday after flooded swamped communities and forced times to evacuate, but forecasters warned rain slowed waterways could menace southern states downstream. For months, Donald J. Trump used his role as power to attract attention and high poll numbers in the Republican presidential campaign. A magnitude 4.2 earthquake hit north of Oklahoma City early Friday, the latest in a series of quakes that have rattled the state and increased in rain in the past few years. New York, a 25-year-old man is being called a hero after he died while helping a woman escape from a fallen elevator on the Lower East Side. Chicago, the city's top prosecutors asked the FBI to investigate the police's fatal shooting of Quintanillo LeGrier and Betty Jones. The Massachusetts Good Neighbor Energy Fund will open to all eligible candidates on Monday, January 4, 2016, as it will be able to help those in need with remaining expenses. Fall River, before he was appointed to Bristol County District Attorney earlier this year, Thomas Quinn III was known as a prosecutor, a lawyer who had fought the trenches in the courtroom on behalf of the government and the victims of the most serious crimes. A little more than a year ago, commuters around the state of Massachusetts were found themselves waiting in the bitter cold and snow along the commuter rail as the MBTA was short on a comprehensive plan. Rehoboth, Paul Jacques, a firefighter and a union official, planned on running for state representative in the 4th Bristol District in 2016 against incumbent Stephen Howard. Wall Street dropped on Thursday, leaving the S&P 500 marginally lower for a year marked by record highs as well as major sell-off. New York, the volatile traded and defined 2015 led to a choppy market for companies wanting to go public. It wasn't a happy year in 2015 after all for Wall Street, and stocks didn't perform with a gusto that bulls, but they would. New Delhi, the Indian capital Friday kicked off a sweeping plan to reduce its record high air pollution by limiting the number of cars on the streets for 2 weeks. Local Japan's Tamada Bay had a close encounter with a rare creature this week when a giant squid left this deep sea to swim to Musashi port. Researchers in the U.S. have used gene edited treat plasmid to shade muscular dystrophy as a team at Duke University uses known as CRISPR-Cas9 delete DNA that was prevented cells from producing a protein essential for muscle function. A new study showed that the couples who go for home births take a slightly increased risk for the baby newborns that could cause serious complications and even lead to the death of the baby. Drunken driving charges against an upstate New York woman have been dismissed based on an unusual offense. Her body is a brewery as a woman was arrested while driving with a blood alcohol level more than 4 times legal limit. Another operating car reported by CDC in Oklahoma, Kansas. Alright. Peter Challenger's time, sale 12:05, and it is time now for a sports report. Today, the Boston Bruins will be squared off against the Montreal Canadiens in the 2016 Winter Classic at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Game time 1 o'clock. With one college football playoff opponent defeated, Alabama's Wiggins turned the top-ranked Christmas, which its spread-based on offense should have tested defense unfazed by Michigan State's meat and potatoes philosophy. That first game in 2016 should be an interesting one as two old rivals, Montreal and Boston, face off in the Winter Classic at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Chip Kelly's reminded the search might have wanted dating the job as being willing to listen to other options because some might seem unusual as the Inquist Motors and the ESPN. One source said Kelly might be intrigued if the job at Navy had come open. And in 2015, Calvin Greer's marked the inevitable passages in baseball as Hall of Famers Ernie Banks and Yogi Berra both died believing Billy had millions of grateful admirers and some inevitable memories. Here, Channel News Time, 12:06 p.m. on this Friday afternoon, New Year's Day afternoon, and it is time now for a travel report. It is smooth sailing highways and byways doing here on this Friday, New Year's Day afternoon at 95 New Northwest Avenue, National Map, Route 28 in Randolph on 128, so expect some delays here. Looking at the Gillette Stadium area in Foxborough, as it's 54 minutes away from the Winter Classic, and Route 1 on both ends. On the northbound side, it is back from 140 in Foxborough all the way out to Summer Street. Route 1 is that bad side, so from 95 all the way out to Route 140 in Foxborough. So expect some delays around that area. Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. Here. Okay, look at MBTA alerts here at 12:07 p.m. Here. Fitchburg line train 2404, 10:45 a.m. from Fitchburg to operate 25:30 minutes late. Train Fitchburg North Station due to earlier police action. Lowell train 2304 now operating 40-50 minutes late between Edison, Woburn, and Boston due to an early mechanical problem. Here, Newburyport, Rockport line, Rockport train 2103, 10:20 a.m. from North Station operating 10 to 15 minutes late between Riverworks and Rockport due to a mechanical problem. And on the subway system, it is looking good, and on the ferries, they are looking good. Here, Channel News on 12:07 p.m. here on this Friday afternoon here, and it is time now for a weather report here. Current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 12:07 p.m. It is 43 degrees. Most skies got humidity 49%. Wind speed westbound 15 gusts of 24 miles an hour here. Barometer trapped at 94 inches. Dew point about 28 degrees, now 25 degrees. Visibly 10 miles, and the wind chill about 36 degrees. Current conditions bad. The region here, it's 40 degrees in Boston, 38 in Bedford, and 39 in Lawrence, 38 in Fitchburg, 40 in Billy, 38 in Plymouth, 38 in Gloucester, it's 34 in Worcester, 36 in Sturbridge, it's 40 in Darwin, 41 in Taunton, 40 in New Bedford, it's 43 in Plymouth, 39 in Falmouth, it's 41 in Chatham, 41 in Martha's Vineyard, 40 in Nantucket, it's 43 in Wesley, Blockhouse, it's 39 in Providence, it's 42 in Montauk, 42 in Islip, 41 in New York City, 42 in Bridgeport and New Haven, it's 38 in Denver, 37 in Waterbury, 42 in Meriden, 40 in Hartford, 38 in Winslow, it's 37 in Springfield, it's 39 in Greenfield, 36 in Athol, it's 35 in North Adams, it's 33 in Pittsfield, 38 in Albany, 35 in Silver Springs, 33 in Bennington, 31 in Broward, Vermont, 34 in Brentwood, Vermont, it's 36 degrees in Lebanon and Lockhart, New Hampshire, 37 in Keene, New Hampshire, 34 in Jeff, New Hampshire, 38 in Concord and Nashville, New Hampshire, 39 in Manchester, New Hampshire, got 39, 40 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and 38 in Portland, Maine. Here. Okay, look at that. Surface map around the country shows a station front from the Gulf of Mexico stretching down from Florida and up the South Carolina coast, Maryland coast front, way off the North Carolina coastline at the Atlantic here with a low pressure off the Carolina coast and a front of mine down from South Carolina here. Another front of mine down the Four Quarter region, another front of mine from North Dakota stretching up to western Ontario, and a front of mine from the San Francisco Bay down to the California coastlines here. And we've got three high pressure ridges, one ridge in the Inland Pacific Northwest and down from the Rockies, Central Rockies. Another high-pressure ridge off the California coast, and a high-pressure ridge from the South Central Plain States and the down from Tennessee and Kentucky. Here, 27 degrees in Detroit, 32 in Pittsburgh, it's 42 in Washington, D.C., 41 in Atlanta, 82 in Miami, Florida, 39 in Dallas, Texas, 50 in Brownsville, Texas is 23. Kansas State, 21. Omaha, Nebraska, 24. Chicago, 17. Minneapolis, St. Paul, 19. Great Falls, Montana, 28 in Seattle, 38 in San Francisco, 44 in Los Angeles, it's 32 in Las Vegas, it's 42 in Phoenix, Arizona, 26 in Albuquerque, Mexico, 8 degrees out of Denver, and 6 in Salt Lake City. Here. Okay, let's take a look at what is going on. The latest radar situation here. And we're seeing some spotty snow showers around the Pittsfield area in the northwestern Massachusetts and stretching up in the New York State and then up in the northwestern Vermont. Some spotty snow showers for the White Mountains of New Hampshire, stretching to the three northwestern portions of Maine around Rumford and Waterville areas here. And snow is also around upstate New York from eastern New York from Albany down from Buffalo and now from Jamestown. And some snowing around off the Toronto area. And then also it is snowing up in northeastern Ontario from Ottawa, stretching down from southern Quebec around the Montreal area and stretching south of Quebec and up the eastern portions of Quebec here. And zooming out, and it shows also snowing from central to western portion of Pennsylvania, stretching down the northeastern Ohio, western Ontario, and up to Michigan, and some snow showers in the northeastern portion of Indiana here. Some spotty snow showers in central and eastern portion of the Nova Scotia, western and eastern portions of Prince Edward Island there. And to the south, a line of rain showers off the Carolinas and stretching down to southern Georgia and northern Florida Panhandle from Jacksonville, stretching to Tallahassee, and some patchy rain showers from western and southern portions of Mississippi down to Louisiana, and a line of rain showers from southeastern Texas. We'll see some spotty snow showers from west central portions of Texas here. Spotty snow showers from north central Iowa down from west central to north central portion of Wisconsin and southwestern UP and Michigan and northeastern portion of UP and Michigan here. While the western portion of the country is looking dry. And we're seeing some spotty rain showers in the southern and southeast central portions of Alaska. Okay, look at that. Satellite loop shows a lot of clouds from the Pacific coast stretching down from Mexico down, coming a bunch of the southeastern corner of the country that ended up. Now from the United States, and patchy clouds coming a bunch of the northeast, stretching to the Great Lakes, and clouds coming in southeastern Minnesota, around Minneapolis, St. Paul, and over to Iowa here. A lot of clouds from Ontario stretching out of Quebec and the Canadian Maritimes, and a lot of clouds from British Columbia stretching down from Western Canada and stretching off the Pacific coast here. Patchy clouds coming up from northeastern California down from Oregon, Washington State, Idaho, western Montana, western Colorado, Utah, and Nevada here. And that is New Mexico here. Okay, look at some weather notes there. There'll be normal generated temperatures today. It'll be snow, squall, and flurry after 1 p.m. It'll move to the western Massachusetts by mid-afternoon and evening from west to east with some rain along the coast. A better chance of snow Sunday night into Tuesday, especially along the coast. And northern New England there. And Vermont, New Hampshire, and upstate New York could get snow, squalls, and flurries into the overnight hours there. And it will mean near normal temperatures for January with above normal precipitation for the eastern seaboard. It will be breezy and cold on Saturday. Expecting today's high to be 35, 43. Tonight, 21, 31. Tomorrow, 32, 43. Okay, look at forecast discussion here. A few snow showers and perhaps even a risk of a localized heavier snow squall are possible later this afternoon and evening as west and northwest flow will be dry and cold weather this weekend with a possibility of some snow shower activity across the northwest higher terrain. The main Arctic chill comes early next week with lows around the teens and single digits as well as shot of oceanic snows for east coast of Massachusetts expected warming temperature trend thereafter throughout the remainder of the week as near term until 10 p.m. this evening, 9 p.m. update. Scattered flurries and snow showers mid-late this afternoon and evening with even a risk of localized snow squall too. Ball across section indicates a fair amount of low level moisture in the afternoon, therefore expect to see partly to mostly cloud skies, but there will be a peaks of sunshine at times. High temperature should be average in the upper 30s to low 40s. Dry weather will continue throughout the morning as, however, a stroke wave approaching from the west will probably assist some lake effect moisture spilling over the Berkshires and in the southern New England as the main time frame for this appears to be middle-late this afternoon and evening. Therefore, expect scattered flurries, snow showers are expected to wait till later today and this evening with even the risk of a briefly localized snow squall too. Probably later temperature may eventually be warm enough for some light rain showers at the lower elevations. As is typically with the case of these events, the activity will see hit or miss, with most locations not see any accumulation after. The snow squall pattern is highlighted a bit across southern New England has pretty good shortwave with some decent low level lapse rates. So cannot rule out a localized area snow squall to result in a quick quarter of the snow with reduced visibility on a few neighborhoods, especially late this afternoon and evening here. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For New Year's Day, a slight check rain showers between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Then scattered rain and snow showers. Most skies can have about 41 degrees. West about 7 to 9 miles on Chesapeake 30%. Little no circulation protects zones that going to the Winter Classic. And Jordan Fox between the Bruins and Canadians, you are going to have some good weather and tap to watch the hockey outdoors between the Bruins and the Habs. For the night, scattered snow showers made before 8 p.m. Most skies are going to become a mostly crisp color about 25 degrees. West about 6 miles on Chesapeake 30%. Little no circulation expected. For Saturday, South sky about 37 degrees. West about 7 miles an hour. For Saturday night, most crisp color about 26 degrees. Southwest about 5 miles an hour. For Sunday, sunny skies about 39 degrees, west about 6 to 9 miles an hour. For Sunday night, podcast skies about 24 degrees. Monday, most sunny skies about 29 degrees. Monday night, podcast skies about 11 degrees. For Tuesday, sunny skies about 25 degrees. Tuesday night, most skies about 17 degrees. Wednesday, Saturday, most skies about 38 and about 25 degrees. And for Thursday, most sunny skies about 43 degrees. Peter's weather phrase today. Cloudy day to start 2016 with some snow in store. People, you have a good afternoon, good day too, and I'll see you for a 5 o'clock report. Have a good afternoon and go Bees in the Winter Classic!